What's up, YouTube? I'm trying to make a video before someone else does or makes it. So, yeah, I've got a cheap microscope with flash. Well, it's not cheap, but it's with a smartphone. Now I could actually like have a flash and a camera. I could, use lotion or a Q-tip actually with lotion. So that's what I'm kind of doing right here with this new display. I'm actually trying to remove some of the adhesive, so I'm using Q-tips and lotion and a toothpick. So just so you guys can kind of see closer, it's just an example. And things could be a lot more stable if I had a more flat surface. But I usually just use like a headlight like this with 3 AAA batteries. But you can kind of see how like this piece of this tray was kind of touching that, so it was wobbling a little bit. But if I could separate it and zoom in, let's see if things will, and also like the whole tray, so I can work a little bit faster, more confident that I'm not ruining the stability and things like that. And also with this tray, there's borders or wall. Or side, like it's a tray, so it's got ways to keep things in this area, so I can use that for a few things. Another tip that I'm going to actually don't use crazy glue. There's actually somehow I was trying to work on this phone with a new way of duct tape. So I put the duct tape onto and a lot of these components already have a specific channel or a groove. All the pads that they sit in, and then the board actually has pretty much like little small pins. You can see right there, just 2 small little prongs that are spring loaded and things like that. So I'm gonna have to redo a lot of what I kind of saw on a lot of the old board and stuff. I saw a few places with double-sided, but this stuff is a lot thinner and things, but there is some spaces to use duct tape and maybe crazy glue. But when you put when there's crazy glue on there, and then if you want to remove it, that crazy glue is going to bond, and it may either strip the strip parts. It may yeah, so. And the crazy glue may, like for little small connector pads, it may cover up some of the pads. So I've been putting a little bit of lotion and scraping off any excess, either with my fingernail or because I apply crazy glue underneath that. I'm probably pretty sure I'm going to have to remove that, take out the duct tape, and clean it up a little bit, and then just only use adhesive. I need that to sit as flat and as straight as possible. Even installing this component, I might have compromised some of the slack on the ribbon, but the crazy glue does do good work if it's not bonding two materials and it's just surface coating like this flex ribbon or something. It can also repair a flex ribbon. The coating of the flex cable, I need to clean this up, before installing it and stuff like that. And basically, if it's not like totally bonding, because I think I used it a little bit for bonding first time, but if it's just for surface coating and adding a little protective layer on a flex cable and things, I wouldn't even like put it onto like to it can level out since it's so fluid. And if you like use like a toothpick or a small spreader and things, Crazy Glue can be okay, but with electronics, it's going to cover up connecting pads or just bond too strong so that even a repair. I tried a small motor repair with Crazy Glue and things, but there's other variables like how much space and gap it is to actually sitting. So I really don't want to do like a month's worth of rambling about this Moto 5. It was a free phone, but I made the mistake of trying to repair it and things like that. But for the price of $45, I can get a pretty decent phone. And I'm just waiting for a rumble motor, and can start, and I could basically move on to the repairs. I would actually have all the parts to the repair, so that's why I've been kind of going back and forth, finishing up a few other things like cleaning up my tools and making, doing a few other things, and planning and organizing other things. But all this time I kind of had a pretty good video to kind of share, or and it's been this, I've had a phone case like this for 8 to 10 years or something like that, and basically it turns out it's going to be a pretty good, decent camera stand for personal use with a flashlight and the zoom in feature on cameras for just smaller repairs and looks like that. It kind of gives you a really stable shot, a stable vision or video and things like that, and it's pretty much as good as you can for besides other like features. You could probably connect it to a larger screen and this, but it's pretty fragile basically. The plastic and the phone itself isn't connected and clamped down and things, so it's not as the same as other microscopes and things, but it's not too bad for certain things. So it's really complicated. I gotta use I coat these toothpicks in Crazy Glue. So that's another good thing with Crazy Glue. It helps the toothpick last a lot longer. Perhaps as long as you until you coat some more toothpicks with Crazy Glue, and it serves as a really good scraper eventually, and it's not going to damage too much when it comes to scratches or it's a decent detailing brush, besides a detailing brush. But yeah, this case pretty much and also like, you know, the headlamp and how I'm, you know, just going over a little basic stuff. I'm actually probably going to have to redo this connector. It's just too lopsided and things like that. The crazy glue dries pretty fast and hard. It's not sitting as straight as I can get it because there's some duct tape underneath there. There's a small piece of duct tape that I thought would have worked nicely if it were double-sided tape, but I added crazy glue or something, and even some of the flex ribbon is connected with the crazy glue. So I basically soaked that with oil, lotion. I just basically have some pretty good brand type of lotion that I found before, or you could use. It's a little bit fluid and things like that, and it smells good. So basically, I've been going back and forth, you know, trying different things on installing this and just adding some lotion, and then the toothpick, cleaning off as much as I can, and then now I'm actually going in to remove the pad. So having lotion around the removal, you know, and then I just slowly use a toothpick at first, but just coat as much, and you know, pry off or scrape off as much, and then try not to break anything, and just keep going back and forth, adding lotion and then prying off. And this lotion is going to just start oiling things so that things separate a lot better. And then clean it up, use alcohol, and basically pretty much know how things are. And I'm actually going to only use Power Grip, the Loctite Power Grip only, just because it's not like really hard when it dries up or something. It's a pretty decent. It says all purpose on it and stuff compared to other products like Crazy Glue or even Shoe Goo. Maybe the Shoe Goo it might work, but it's it's probably twice as thick and it's hard to work with. Sometimes it won't stick to where you want it. Shoe Goo wants to like be pressed together, and it just hardens. It's but it's more like a surface. It can be a surface, a rubbery surface type of adhesive, but so I'm gonna try to pry this open. I'm gonna put on my headlamp, and so it's pried back off. I just soaked it with some lotion, but I could basically see the copper piece underneath. That's another thing about these connectors. The flex ribbon has the pads on it, but underneath is the flex ribbon, and then they're connected to like a heat sink type of like metal piece, I would think, or it's for the adhesive. But as you can see, I dipped the Q-tip, kept dipping the Q-tip in, and started to, I kind of like got it. I kind of knew where to pry and stuff, and put some more. So like, there's actually some duct tape left. So if I could remove that. So I'm using some really, strong tweezers, and I did lift up, but it's still connected a little bit in the back corner. But I did lift up the duct tape.